Hello, everyone, and welcome to this OHSA women's varsity basketball matchup between the Loveland Tigers and the Northwest Lady Knights. Jonathan Palmer with you here from Northwest High School Gymnasium. See the teams getting ready to be introduced. Northwest coming into this game 3-6, coming off of a loss 71-56 to Little Miami. Loveland Tigers coming in with a 6-3 record, coming off a 43-42 win against the Colerain Knights. And we are the Colerain Cardinals.
Yes, sir.
Tony Suarez here with me, helping tech this. It's, this game will be trying to beat this White Death coming, a couple 3 inches coming. And I think we have a national anthem coming up here soon, don't we? So we'll step aside for that.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Complete. Chip Berquist on public address will introduce the team.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, starting lineups for today's game, starting with the visiting Loveland Tigers. Number 1, Tori Ferguson. Number 2, Devin Thomas. Number 20, Caitlin Warden. Number 21, Colleen Swift. And number 24, Alyssa Stahl. Loveland is coached by head coach Rick Loveland and his assistant Hazel. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for your Northwest Lady Knights, number 3, Deasia Simpson. Number 10, Alexis Murphy. Number 20, Allison Mathis. Number 21, Dana Wickersham. And number 32, Corey Newman. Head coach for your Lady Knights, Brett Van Gasbeck.
Welcome, everyone, once again to this OHSA women's varsity basketball matchup on the 5th day of January 2015. Referees for tonight's contest, if I can read the handwriting on the referee card, looks like Tom Brown, Barry Jameson, and Steve Bua.
That's exactly that's how it's
what
pronounced.
It says on there,
That's exactly what it says.
Jonathan Palmer and Tony Suarez with you, and once again trying to beat Mother Nature to the end of a hopefully good basketball game. We know Northwest in the past, the girls have not, they haven't necessarily been lacking all the skills, they just haven't had best of luck finding the basket. So we see Loveland in black with the ball. That is number 24, Alyssa Stahl, junior. With possession in the corner, I think that was number 10, Kayla Hartzler. Shot 4-3, that is in number 1, Tony Ferguson. It's the first basket of the night, giving 3 points to Loveland and a steal for Loveland, giving them control of the ball again into the far corner. Up top, number 4, Maggie Bailey. Clangs off the iron. And rebound by number 32, Corey Newman, senior captain for Northwest. Murphy, far corner, into the post. Oh, nearly out of bounds. Recovered over to Alexis Murphy. And loose ball recovered by Loveland. Shot up and good by number 24, Alyssa Stahl. So 5-zip in favor of the Tigers. Ball loose on the floor, and Loveland almost coming up with it. Kayla Hartzler, Alexis Murphy coming up with that after loose ball. Head up play to come in, tries to pass in, and coming up with it looked like number 2, Devin Thomas for Loveland. And now Alyssa Stahl feeding it up to Colleen Swift, and foul in.
Jonathan, as you were saying earlier, is Northwest can move the ball. They've just been having a hard time getting any shots. They throw the ball up and it just bounces in weird ways, and sometimes they just kind of throw off. But you know, when they can find the basket, they're in it all the way.
4 seniors on the team. Look like number 1, Tori Ferguson. Once again, standing near the free throw line when play stopped. Shot good. Yes, 3 for Caitlin Warden.
Oh, no, they only counted as a 2. Oh, must have had her foot on the line.
If I was psychic, I could just go back in time and see what happened.
Yes.
Substitutions in. Wholesale substitutions for the Knights.
The Knights have been doing this. They have been doing like a hockey line change. So I think at one point or another, they might just throw the basketball to the end of the court and just switch people.
And get cold for icing.
Yes, exactly.
Basket by number 24, Alyssa Stahl. Now Northwest number 5, Brianna Grant, the sophomore guard, doing it. So I think I counted 4 seniors, mostly sophomores for the rest of the team. Shot up off the iron for number 21, Swift. Put up by number 2, Devin Thomas. Also no good, down Northwest. With another chance on offense. Shot was up. And a rebound by number 22, Fatima Shabazz. And shot, basket good by number 45 for Northwest, J.C. Russell. So Northwest finally on the board. 5 minutes left, 9-2 the score. Loveland working around the perimeter. Looks like Colleen Swift pressing in. Now over to number 1, Tori Ferguson, senior, getting her 5th point of the night. Ball loose again, and Loveland coming up with it. Devin Thomas, and Northwest looking like they're having a little bit of problem with ball control. For 3, that's in for Loveland, number 20. That looked like Caitlin Warden.
Got a timeout.
So timeout called Northwest. First timeout called with 4:21 left in the first. Loveland looking like they're playing good fundamental ball. Northwest, again, they've had a few looks, but shots not falling.
But if you notice, they're moving the ball. They can get the ball, they can get it over to their side of the court, they can get a play going, but then they either have a bad pass or Loveland sticks a hand in or something that just prevents them from even getting a look at the basket sometimes. And when they have gotten shots on basket, they've been just a little bit off. You know, so it's just a matter of some of it is luck and some of it just need to shoot the basket more, get it in the basket.
Now Northwest. And again, an inside pass coming up in the hands of Loveland. And a foul on the way up to the basket. Go to line for 2.
Northwest fouls number 11, that's her first, team second.
That'll be number 21, Colleen Swift, making the first of her 2 free throws. Second one clangs off the back of the iron. 15-2 is the score here. 4:03 and counting left in the first. Number 10, Alexis Murphy. Passes into 21, Dana Wickersham. Ball loose, coming up with it, number 21, Colleen Swift. Try to pass into the paint.
That's another one of those scrums. I'm sorry to interrupt there, but it's another one of those scrums that the ball could have gone either way, and it went the wrong way. It just seems to happen to Northwest a lot.
Inbound pass, turnaround, jumper. Little less than necessary power on there. So number 24, Alyssa Stahl, 5'10" junior. Take a look at her on the inside. Turn around, trying to fade away. Looks like she was trying to not fall while doing that, so it looks like it was trying to make something out of nothing. And Northwest basket is good and a foul drawn. It's number 32, Corey Newman. Going for 3 points the old-fashioned way. First shot, short of the basket.
That didn't even hit the rim, so that's the end of that shot.
All out of bounds on the Loveland offensive baseline. Little pump fake from Tori Ferguson. Three rolls off the top of the rim. Rebound, Loveland. Number 33, Olivia Henderson.
At that point, Northwest was flat-footed on that rebound. They should have been running for the ball, but they were just looking at it.
Timeout called by Loveland with 3:06 left in the first. That's a 30-second timeout.
Admission is just $10 per person, and it includes food, beverages, and entry to a $100 draw at 11 p.m. and additional games and chance. Come out and support Northwest Boosters.
So I got one timeout each here.
Saturday, January 10th, 8 p.m. St.
One
John's.
timeout taken by
Each, yes. Yeah.
All three full timeouts left for each team with a 30-second left. Inbound pass by Ferguson into Swift. Swift up top to Stahl. Swift, a freshman on the varsity team for Loveland. And a foul call.
Northwest foul was on number 10, Alexis Murphy, for the first.
That foul was on Alexis Murphy. Loveland trying to get into the paint. Thinks better of it, steps back. Loveland taking their time, not getting any sort of rush. Henderson passes into Stahl. Ball dishes back out to number 22, Ashlyn Taylor. Can't get the shot to go. And a rebound for Loveland.
Once again, it seemed like Northwest was a little flat-footed on the rebound. They're just looking at the ball go over their heads. It's like, oh, it's over my head. I can't get it. I'll just stand here and guard, which is, I guess, is a good thing. They're guarding against anything else, but they should be going after it a little bit more.
Even if one person goes for the rebound, as scored by Henderson.
Well, they just got a finger on the ball or whatever. They can just change the path of the ball and make it a little bit harder.
There is the Loveland head coach, Herb Laffman. (17-4) with just over 2 minutes left in the first period. All tapped by number 32, Corey Newman.
That's what I'm talking about there. Just get a hand in there. Even if you don't get the ball, at least you disrupt their play. You kind of,
disrupt the momentum, see if you can force them into a mistake.
That's right.
Inside, paint 2 for Devin Thomas, getting her first points of the night. Trying to get a cross-court pass. That was intercepted by Devin Thomas, who now gets 2 more points, giving her 4 on the night.
I think there was a foul on the floor there, Jonathan.
Oh, there might have been.
Yes. Or they may have called a travel. I didn't see them call the fouls. They may have been a travel.
That'll be a foul. The defender's feet were set. It'd be a charge. If not,
there you go.
there it is, a block. Foul on Bailey, number 4, Maggie Bailey. And it is a shooting foul. Allison Mathis to the line. First shot is good.
Allison Mathis is at the line for Northwest.
Another line change.
Line A going over the boards. Line B coming back over the boards.
Hey, we're doing hockey again this year, so I can do that.
Yes,
I'm really
we can.
excited
We
about
can
that.
get that reference. Bricks the second shot, splitting the pair. Rebound number 4, Maggie Bailey. At the quarter break, we'll tell you how to get involved in the hockey coverage and the other basketball coverage we have. Number 4 for Loveland, Maggie Bailey. Couldn't get enough force on it. Looks like it was disrupted on the way up. No good. Northwest, now that pass was intercepted in transit. Intended for, looked like number 25, Marilyn Ugdu. Left number 33, Olivia Henderson with it. Hands off.
Oh, yeah, that was a travel. That was a travel.
Walk.
Got to drag that pivot foot.
Under a minute left in the first. We are still 19-5 in the first. Number 22 there, Fatima Shabazz. Loveland giving pressure on the defense, which if Northwest on offense doesn't seem so sure-footed of themselves, and add in that pressure, and that's leading to these turnover situations. In the corner. Pass up top. It is number 20, Colin Swift. Over to Devin Thomas. Thomas for a long 2. No good, looked like off the top of the board. Thomas got her own rebound over to number 22, Ashlyn Taylor, and she is mugged on the way in. She'll go to line for 2. Here's a replay of that.
Got her on the hand there.
Yep, hand check. Couldn't quite catch a number on that. Might
Number
have been
11.
So number 11 drawing the foul. That is Linnea Gresham. First shot, no good. Clanging off the iron. Second shot is good, so she'll split that pair. And now with under 18 seconds left in the first, 19-5. Northwest under pressure, shot up, and that is not good. Put back try, no good. Both tries by Marilyn Ugdu. Third try, no good. Loveland finally coming up with it with 3 seconds left. Can they get a shot off before the buzzer? No. So after 1 quarter of play, Loveland Tigers up 20-5 over the Northwest Knights. Northwest trailing by 15, but not for lack of trying.
Like I said at the beginning of the game, they've been moving the ball. They can do that, but they've been having some trouble. Loveland has been sticking their hands out, and stealing passes and taking opportunity of a little bit of sloppy dribbling at some points. But other than that, I think Northwest just needs to sink the baskets they're shooting. Like one free throw that didn't even hit the rim. They just you gotta get at least near the basket to be able to win a game.
Hey, if you'd like to get involved with us, call us 513-825-2429. Check us out online at waycross.tv/volunteer. As we mentioned earlier, hockey, doing hockey again, thanks to the fine folks at St. Xavier. Politely asking us to cover hockey.
That was great. We
have
already
one
did
the weekend before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Next one is January sometime?
25th. It's on a Sunday. Sunday. We're going to be doing more hockey against Alter. St. Xavier versus Alter. So looking forward to that. We're also going to be doing some Finneytown basketball, Northwest Finneytown, which is something that we haven't done in a while and I'd love to do. So back to the second quarter.
Second quarter starts, and a 3-try air ball there. And ball will fall out of bounds. Not touched by Northwest, so they retain possession. I was afraid it was almost off of the Northwest player. There is number 33, Brittany Bradley, to inbound. Northwest trying to slow the pace, but Loveland is harrying them, trying to force them into a mistake. Is that Adam Strand I see on hand?
That is Adam. He called up just before the game and said, hey.
Do you need help?
And of course, we always need help, so he came on down. The man is a myth and a legend.
Yes, and he works overnights weekday, so he'll be doing snow coverage overnight tonight.
Yeah, he was just talking to me about that a little while ago.
Over a concession stand hot dog, I presume?
Yeah, absolutely.
So Brittany Bradley, once again to inbound. That is into Brianna Grant. Long tour, possibly try, not good. Loveland in transition, cross timeline. Driving coast to coast, foul on the way in. I believe that was number 24, Alyssa Stahl. I could be mistaken. Based on the fact that number 21, Colleen Swift, is at the line, I will say I was mistaken.
That's in.
The first shot is good. First points of the period coming 40 seconds in.
Perfect line on both of them. Carbon copies.
Free throw shooting is the thing that can make or break in a close game.
Absolutely. It can also change the dynamic even in a game where you're being beat by 15 points.
It can, yeah.
Because if you make a couple of free throws, you're like, hey, you know what? We can actually make these and we can come back.
The Loveland foul. 6 team fouls for Northwest. Next team foul committed by Northwest gives Loveland the bonus. Corner, 4-3. That's good. By number 24, Alyssa Stahl. Northwest trying in the paint. Rebound. J.C. Russell not able to get a firm hand on it. And a foul called there. And a correction, that was a 2 on Stahl's previous shot.
Must have had her big toe on the line. That's all I gotta say.
Absolutely. 6:39 left in the second. Got a couple free throws here. That one not good. So 1-1. Loveland will get a 1-1, also known as bonus situation, now into the end of the half. 6:36 left with a pause in play. Northwest trying a bounce pass to get it across. They do. Across the timeline.
Another line change. Here we go.
Line change again for Northwest. Brett Van Gaspeak, the head coach for the Lady Knights. Loveland again on the line for 2 short.
Very short. You know, this line change idea, I kind of like that. It keeps, you know, if you got teams that work well together, keeps them playing together, and then, you know, keeps the other team fresh so that way you always have a fresh set of legs.
If you may not have the best conditioning for your players for whatever reason,
there you go.
Biggest point.
Yep. Ooh, that was a walk.
So traveling called. 6:07 left. 24-5 is the score. You're still early days in the second period. To add to our confusion, you know, our constant debates on whether it's period or quarter, my scorebook says quarter.
Okay, well, I've given up on this because everybody went to quarter, but if you go to any gymnasium in the world and you look at the scoreboard, it says period, not quarter. And I know it's because they do other stuff, but
That's exactly
that's
why
exactly,
it's that way.
well, I know, but it's still that's the way it's always been called since I was playing basketball back with rock balls, okay? When you couldn't bounce the ball, you had to pass them.
And if it rained, you couldn't keep score because the scoreboard was made of mud.
Correct, yeah. It just washed right off the board.
Looks like Alexis Murphy called on the foul. Number 44, Lauren Parker, to the line for a 1-1. She got the first one, so she'll get the second. Into the game for the Knights, number 33, Brittany Bradley. Parker being called up from freshman roster to play in this game. Missed the second one. Loveland on the rebound, but stepping just out of bounds, it seems. And that'll be a turnover to the Knights. Bounce pass and a foul.
Hand to the wrist. Just got a hand in there.
Looks like they'll call that on Tori Ferguson.
Number 1, Tori Ferguson, her first team's foul.
First shot, not good from Dana Wickersham. Missing both.
First one shot, second one long. So next one she'll get in, I guess. That's it.
That three falls short, playing off the front end of the iron. Post hoc, ergo propter hoc. After it, therefore, because of it. That shot sailing over the rim. And a foul to the line for two will go Northwest.
Loveland fouls on number 44, Lauren Parker.
And it is number 21, Dana Wickersham, excuse me.
There you go.
Well, you were right.
That's it. See, she just had to zero in.
Trial and error.
There you
Wants
go.
to get both. 50% on the night for free throw shooting. She is the senior, one of the four captains. Pass just over, looked like Wickersham's hands. That wasn't an Annie Dalton past AJ Green, was it?
No. It's it was a little high. Just a little excited there.
Some players might try to jump for it. Some may not feel confident or may not even be expecting it to be so high, so can't even react in time to jump for it. Well, mid-range two falls short. Bouncing off a thigh, it looks like, and rolls out of bounds. .445 left in the second. 25-7. Northwest, 3 of their 7 points off of free throws. Near corner. Now around the top. Inside to number 4, Maggie Bailey. Ball loose, picked up by Henderson. And a foul called.
That was a little out of control defense there. She was kind of diving forward towards the shooter. You're going to get called for that every time. Sometimes even if you don't make contact, you know, they'll call you for that just because it looked like you were going to hit them.
19 fouls for the Knights. 6 for Loveland. Henderson's first free throw try of the period rims out. Second shot is good. And I see a line change forming up here on the
Here they come.
bottom of the screen. Number 11, Linnea Gresham, inbound pass. Feels like number 5, Brianna Grant. And a steal for Loveland, and the break shot is up, and it is good for number 21, Colleen Swift.
That was textbook. She just kind of saw that pass coming and just ran forward. Was able to take it away.
That shot up short. J.C. Russell on the ground. Not sure if it was a foul or jump ball called.
Fouls on number 4, Maggie Bailey for second, team 7.
Leah Gresham got the shot up, and it was a foul called. That'll send Russell to the line for 2.
Oh, it's a one-on-one. Looks
one
like
and one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're in
bonus.
a
Was
bonus
not a
now.
shooting foul.
And looks like our graphics guy got it backwards here, so we'll get that fixed here shortly. This is showing Loveland with a double bonus. They don't have that yet. There we go.
Second shot on the miss. Our director in a moment has cleared the graphics so we didn't have incorrect information, I see.
Yeah. You know, it's easy to add stuff. It's not easy to take it away.
Ball and a foul.
Now they're in a double bonus.
10 fouls on the Knights. Double bonus means you get 2 tries automatically instead of having to earn the second one.
And now we got to add that dot. It'll come. It'll come.
30 days. $28 to 8 even. Both shots miss. 3:36 left in the second. The Knights with possession. Loveland transitioning seems to a half-court press now. Deasia Simpson, or not, correction, that is Brianna Grant. Tima Shabazz. And pass is intercepted by number 2, Devin Thomas. Thomas into number 21.
Nice block.
Shot blocked. Good block by number 25, Marilyn Odugu. So we see 10 team fouls for Northwest, 7 for Loveland. And Northwest working the ball towards the timeline with 3 minutes left in the half. Shot falls no good. Possible jump ball situation. Linnea Gresham on a hustle. Looks like she was fouled on the way up. Looks like it should be classified as a reach foul.
No, they let her play. And then they fouled after. Yeah.
So foul on the shot. She'll get 2.
Oh, she made
Yeah.
it. So it's a good old-fashioned 3.
Oh, they gave
Sorry,
it.
you were
So it
looking,
wasn't and
yeah,
one.
It was an and one. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was a really confusing play.
29-10 is our score here. 2.5 minutes till halftime. And a Northwest timeout with 2:37 left.
Roses 7 Hills for the support of Northwest High School and our athletes in the league. Roses 7 Hills is the official neighborhood Syria hangout for Northwest High School. And we invite all of our fans to enjoy the great taste of roses before, during, and after the game.
Once again, you're watching OHSA Women's Varsity Basketball. Loveland Lady Tigers against the Northwest Lady Knights. Coming up for Loveland, Wednesday the 7th at Walnut Hills. Northwest next opponent, Harrison Wildcats. So a couple challenging games for both teams coming up. Northwest on the far side from our cameras. Tall pass, a reach for it by Shabazz. And get a rebound by Tori Ferguson. Free ball clanging off the back of the iron.
Another line change coming up.
There's almost not enough room in front of the scorer's table for him. Also in for Loveland, number 44, Lauren Parker. And we'll have Deasia Simpson inbound to number 10, Alexis Murphy. Allison Mathis for two. Almost bounced in off the backboard.
That's the kind of thing I'm telling you about. You know, they'll throw a ball. It looks like it's going to go in, but it just a little bit too hard. Just doesn't have quite the touch. But, you know, just 2 or 3 go in like that, and the dynamic of the whole game changes.
And it gives you the courage you want.
Right.
Number 20, Caitlin Warden on that three. 32-10 with 90 seconds left in the second. That three just to the left. Northwest getting the on board, but Loveland coming up with a steal. 2 no good by Tori Ferguson. Northwest finally coming up with it after a little bit of aggro for the ball. And Alexis Murphy. Drive again, bounce pass in. Looked like the number 32, Corey Newman. From the top of the paint. No good.
Oh, ball to the face.
Hand.
That one hurt.
That would be, looks
Yeah.
like to the bridge of the nose.
I think it bounced back twice, and it hit her the second time. Boom, and oh, right in the face.
Yes,
Yeah.
right in the. Of course, anytime you get hit in the nose, you want to make sure that you're not going to start doing that thing that gets the OHSAA nervous.
Yeah, that B word that OHSAA has no tolerance for, man. It just stops everything.
It can make wrestling tournaments go really slow.
Yeah. Well, not much slower than this quarter. This quarter has been one of the slower quarters.
It has.
Just whistle after whistle. We got what, 19 combined fouls so far?
I've lost count.
Yeah.
Got
Well, we stopped counting the Northwest fouls at 10 here, so.
scoreboard doesn't even go past 10.
Yeah.
Thomas gets both free throws. Her first 2 of the night. 30 seconds left in the first. Or in the first half, I should say. I was somewhat right. Loveland might be playing for last shot here.
I'll tell you, well, Loveland can move the ball around the court at will. You know, they're doing really well at that.
12 seconds flat left. 34-10 is the score here coming into halftime. Alexis Murphy kicks out for 3. That is blocked and short, nonetheless.
Well, I think somebody got a hand on it. There's no way.
Half court 3, try, no good. So after 1 half of play, we head into the halftime and locker rooms for the teams for a rest. 34-10. Stay with us. We'll be back after this.
Hi, I'm former Major League Baseball All-Star Al Oliver. When I played, I tried to make it a simple game, like see the ball, hit the ball. But trust me, sports are not that simple. Try to remember that when you watch an interscholastic athletics contest where everyone is trying their best in a game they all love. So please be courteous and set an example that reflects positively on your school and community. Let's remember to respect the game.
Welcome back to the start of the third quarter and a halftime here at Northwest High School, home of the Lady Knights, trailing 34-10 as we start third quarter action here in Northwest. Northwest in white, Loveland Tigers in black, and ball blocked out of bounds.
She got stuck in midair, had to throw the ball to somebody, and there was nobody in that corner. She was expecting somebody to be there.
Jonathan Palmer and Tony Suarez with you here at Northwest High School. Loveland trying some action in the paint. Nothing going. Devin Thomas for Loveland. That ball rejected by number 1. I want to say that was number 1 for, well, this might have been 10. Actually, no, number 3, Deasia Simpson. It took me a minute to seek her out of the crowd of players. They're on the opposite end of the court from us here.
It's hard to see here. It's almost like looking through a window.
It's of course I've got a pile of monitors and other equipment in front, so I'm kind of having to peek over, kind of like Wilson from Home Improvement. If I had, well, see, no, let's tell everyone. I'm actually in the stadium, or in the gym. Tony's in the truck. We didn't have enough. There was. We didn't have enough room up here for him. Usually, the color guy sits a row behind me and to my left.
Well, the advantage is I can get to see all three cameras at the same time.
But because we were short on crew, Tony had to be in the truck and help someone. We had a couple people training on some things, so they were able to run all the positions, but he's in there helping keep an eye on things. And so 34-10 scoreless through the first 2 minutes. Loveland, that shot bounces in. Number 20 for the Tigers. That is Caitlin Warden. Northwest now trying. And again, Northwest has been getting looks. They've been getting shots off, but they haven't been on target. That one was.
She just turned around, almost a no look. She just turned around. Her body was facing the wrong way.
Alexis Murphy on that 5.5 left in the third quarter. And a foul called on, looks like that'll be on Northwest.
Northwest fouls on number 32, according to it, for third personal, team's first.
(39-12). That shot was good. Both shots missing.
Number 42 in from
Looks like
the
from
JV
the JV
squad.
team.
Ball just hung up there.
Yep.
Again, that goes to show the luck I was talking about. I mean, that ball just rolled over the rim just like that.
You know,
took forever.
That is the kind of luck that you sometimes need in this. Long ball falls short.
Off the foot there. So Northwest gets to keep the ball. But that's like what I was talking about, you know, in the first half where Loveland is doing exactly what they should, just getting feet and hands and anything in the way just to disrupt the play, and then they'll do this. Oh, just off to the right on that three-point attempt. Northwest with a good rebound.
.405 left in the third.
Number 2, Devin Thomas, is her first personal, team's first.
Northwest waiting to inbound. Number 3, Deasia Simpson. Baseline, well, mid-range 2, no good. And rebound by Maya Chapman. Ball falls out of bounds. With 3:29 left.
Oh, how was that not a travel? Okay, well, it's a home court rule there, but what the heck?
Northwest fouls on number 21. That's her first, team second.
So 40-12 now. Still with under 3:20 left in the third. 3 ball for Tori Ferguson. Ball's no good. And a jump ball fall.
That's a great tie-up right there.
Possession error favoring the Tigers. So Loveland to inbound. Stolen away by Northwest. Jumper for 2, no good. And another tie-up. Breaks up. Won by Marilyn Odugu. Number 22, Fatima Shabazz on the jumper. Just couldn't play the backboard right. But again, not for lack of effort for Northwest. Trailing by 28 points, trying to knock that down as much as possible. 2:46 left in the third.
Northwest fouls on number 22, 15 Shabazz.
It's a lot of hands and arms and body parts being thrown in there, trying to get a hold of that ball. So Northwest came up on the short end of the stick there.
See number 44, Lauren Parker, coming in for the Tigers. Total of 8 points scored between the two teams so far in second half play. Just over 5 minutes of it gone. Over to the far side, far corner, coming back up to the top of the perimeter.
I sense a little change here in the way Loveland is attacking.
Parker with the inside 2 there. Maybe backing off a little bit, not taking as many risks.
They're shooting around, or they're throwing the ball around the outside. They're waiting for their shot. They're leading by a bunch. Why take any risks? Why give Northwest a chance to come back? Because Northwest can sink a basket or two. They've won a couple of games,
3 games, 1, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, and they scored a lot of points in each of those. Of course, the defense was not as formidable as Loveland's defense. They've got really good defense.
A 3-2 zone being shown by Northwest. Northwest looking like they're tending to stick with their defensive positions, not trying to get too flustered by whatever Loveland's doing. Just Loveland waiting to see if they can squeeze in a hole anywhere. Driving into the paint, kicks back out. Corner. Bounce pass up to number 12, Kristen Oshima. Oshima.
Got the body in the way. No.
Loveland fouls on number 21.
They called a charge on that.
Foul on.
It's a timeout, Loveland.
Loveland taking their first timeout
Of the second half.
of the second half. Leaving them with 3 full timeouts. Both teams with 3 full timeouts left.
Even though it's a simple thing, I'm really proud of those little dashes down below the names. You don't know how much it took for me to do that, but I did that. So now we know that they have 3 timeouts each without having to bring up another graphic.
It's a well appreciated.
It's the silly things that just make me happy.
If you think you can do a better job of designing our graphics,
Oh, yes.
feel free to volunteer.
Come on down.
825-2429, whitecross.tv. I think we need to sack the TD or the director.
TD, whoa, a little elbow there.
Yeah, foul.
The TD tried to go to another camera that we didn't have.
The push foul on number 22, I think that was, for Loveland. Here's Northwest number 5, Brianna Grant. On the line, that is good for 2 from number 11, Linnea Gresham. Under 45 seconds left in the third. Loveland once again in their perimeter pattern.
Good, trying to get a hand in. It's a little too aggressive.
Foul on Fatima Shabazz. 35 seconds left. Loveland on the inbound. Number 21 there, Colleen Swift with the ball. 30 seconds left in the third period. Trying to get a baseline drive. Last touch by Northwest. Loveland will have an inbound throw with 21.3 left.
Another hand there. That's why I've been saying, just get a hand in there. Something's going to happen.
Maybe eventually you'll be able to control it and not step out of bounds.
Right.
Some of the biggest game changer plays have been someone just able to be nimble enough to scoop the ball back in and keep their foot just in bounds.
Just in bounds. Yeah.
Jumper from the top of the key, no good. Northwest on a putback try, no good. And that'll end us for third quarter action. 8 minutes of basketball left. 42-14 is the score in favor of the Loveland Tigers. We'll take this moment to rest before fourth quarter action. And I take some quick notes on my stats book. Adam Schrand resting his shoulder. If you'd like to run handheld for us, or any other camera, or graphics, or replay, or direct, or announce.
There you go.
If you think we're not doing a good job,
well, even if you think we
are, but you want to join us,
try it.
825-2429. Waycross.tv/volunteer.
I'll tell you, Ostino, which is running the game camera, the one you're seeing right there.
If for anyone who doesn't know, game camera is the one that shows you what's actually going on.
Exactly. What we're seeing is Ostino this is only his second shoot. So it might look a little rough around the edges, but it's only the second time he's actually touched the cameras. First time was at a wrestling meet over at Coleraine. So, ref says we're going to go now whether you want to or not. Okay.
If referee says play, it's ready for play, and you're not there, he can count you. I don't think I've ever seen it actually happen.
Got a 5-second call there? Yeah.
Get a 5-second call for just not being there?
Right.
Seen plenty of 5-second calls because you just can't figure out who you're going to inbound to.
Yeah.
So 7.5 left in the fourth. For 3. Clangs off the iron.
Well, we mentioned Adam and Ostino. I have to mention Butch Culberth. He is the man. He is at so many Waycross shoots, and don't know what we'd do without him. He's running what we call hero camera. That one right there, following the hero of the game.
That tight follow on number 10, Alexis Murphy, scoring 2 points for Northwest, and here's a foul. You see number 21, Dana Wickersham. She's called for the foul. Non-shooting foul, so we'll just have a standard inbounds play here. 42-16. Bit of a high pass, gets to its intended target. That shot rims out. tried by, looked like number 10, Alexis Murphy. Here's number 12, Kristen Oshima, sophomore for the Tigers. Loveland slowing the pace down. With a bounce pass. And again, Northwest keeping the 3-2 zone. Pass in the paint. Ball kicked out. 5-team fouls so far this half for Northwest, 3 for Loveland. Six minutes left in the fourth, 42-16. Nice shot up, all short, and out of bounds. Number 20, Allison Mathis for the Lady Knights. Looks like last off of Northwest, so it'll be a Loveland possession. And just off the fingertips.
Pinky on there, and I swear it hit the Loveland player afterwards, but she must have been out of bounds already.
Ball just thrown up there by Loveland. At least make contact with the iron, so it was somewhat on target. 5.5 left in this contest. That shot bangs off the rim and a foul. It'll send Northwest to the line for 2. Number 4, Maggie Bailey, called for the foul. First shot is good for number 21, Dana Wickersham.
If I'm not mistaken, she's gotten them all her free throws in after the first 2. She was short on one, long on the other one, and then boom, 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 boom. I think
yes, she got
4
both
of them
on that.
Yeah.
Yes, so she is now running at 66%. And a reach foul on Collier into the game for the Tigers, number 22, Ashlyn Taylor. 5:23 left. Clock paused while we do the substitution and wait for the inbounds pass.
Number 42. Adam Strand calls her the block party from the JV game. She did nothing but block shots and did a great job at that.
Big in the post that you want to do that blocking.
She just gets her hands up there. She's tall enough to be able to stop the ball, but
Roster has her at 5'11", which is pretty tall compared to everyone else on both of these teams. The tallest on Loveland is 5'10", I believe. Yeah, 5'10" is the tallest on Loveland. Tallest from Northwest. Also, Wickersham is also 5'11". But you don't want to block your own player, so that doesn't count. 42-18 is the score. You see number 4, Maggie Bailey.
Looks like we have a one-on-one situation here.
Okay. Seventeen fouls on Northwest. First shot falls short for number 22, Ashlyn Taylor. Looks like another most of the line change setting up there. .445 left in regulation, 4 periods here. Looks like Chapman tried for a mid-range 2. Fell just a little short. Looks like we have a tie-up called on the floor. Chapman tries to push up the 2, falls just a little short. And yep, tie-up called on that. 42-18, now 4.5 left. And another foul call. And it'll be another 1-on-1 situation for Loveland. It'll be the 8th team foul on the Knights. And we'll send Lauren Parker to the line for the 1-on-1. This is the first.
Lots of bodies on the floor in this game.
Inside and looks like Maryland Udo couldn't get a full handle on it. The ball fell out of bounds. Loveland, quick inbound pass. 4:20 left in the fourth.
Quick steal.
Quick steal and shot is up and
There you go.
good for Brianna Grant. Getting her first points of the night.
Not to be funny, but they just need to do that another dozen times and we're good.
And that's just good. That's just a good fundamental play. That's good if you can do that 2 or 3 more times. That could be a good confidence building play.
Exactly. Just what I've been saying all game long, stick your hand out there, you never know, you know?
If it doesn't get bit off, you can still use it.
That's right.
That's the cynic in me speaking. Herb Laffman, the Loveland coach, speaking with his team in a full timeout. Taken by the coach. Looks, I believe that was a Northwest timeout. No, it was a Loveland timeout. Forgive me. I don't make mistakes. I make prophecies which immediately turn out to be wrong.
Okay. I thought I made a mistake once, but I was wrong. Anyway, we mentioned all the crew, and I want to mention one more man who just showed up. He literally, during the middle of the JV game, he walked into the truck, Kent Lips, to run graphics. So that kind of freed things up, and that's one of the reasons why we're separated here.
Yeah, because
got to show him what's going on.
Gotta have the score.
Yep.
Because out of spite, even if we do our trick when we don't have enough people, where we we have a little. We bought a camera at a store
Target.
here.
Or no, wherever.
At a store that shall remain nameless. Well, you see the clock. That's what that camera's purpose is. It's just a little consumer's camera that all it does is point at the scoreboard. So we in the truck. The truck is, if you imagine, it's a metal box with no windows. The only windows are the cameras. As Northwest tries on a break. Nice little pause. Couldn't get the shot. Number 11, Linnea Gresham, almost on the rebound. But now Lauren Parker tries for 2. That sails over the top of the basket. And Northwest finally coming up with it. Linnea Gresham. Northwest on a good try there. And again, Northwest has had plenty of shots today. When I get the final stats here at the end of the game, I'll be able to tell you how many they've taken. My rudimentary stats. Notice we've got a 2 in good for number 45, J.C. Russell. By my unofficial tally, she has got 5 points on the night so far, 42-20. Just over 2.5 left.
Beautiful three-pointer.
3-point good for number 33, Olivia Henderson.
That was almost a college 3 there.
Well, it's in the corner up top. 4-3. That clangs off the iron. Northwest and Loveland now. Will this be a tie-up? Jump ball is called by referee. Brett Van Gaspik there, the Northwest coach. And now you see number 4 for Loveland, Maggie Bailey. Yeah, we have that little camera that gets the scoreboard, and we have enough items in the truck that we can key that.
Squeeze in the
we can squeeze in the scoreboard instead of having to have someone here in the truck doing that. But out of spite, every time we do that, someone or something bumps
into it.
the camera. So, and especially here because where we mount that clock camera, it's not the sturdiest of places.
So anyway, we do need a graphics person always to help us out with that, and that's what Kent's doing right now. Might be a little slow at times, but he was just getting used to what we do here as far as the graphics.
If you've never done it before,
so what?
You can still show up and we will train you. We have made it so easy over the years.
I got a 3-button rule. If it takes more than 3 buttons to do, it's too hard. We got to fix it. So
technically, just to add a score, it's only 1 button.
It is.
Thanks to me.
Yes, thanks to you. That saved our butt, too.
It's called a lot of downtime on tournament shoot days. And we have a foul on Loveland on the way in. 48-22 now with 66 seconds remaining. So again, if you want to get involved in Waycross, we'd love to have you. We could have, if we had enough people, we can run. We've run 6 cameras on a shoot before.
Absolutely.
And 5 people in the truck.
We got director, technical director, replay, graphics, audio. Then we have up to 6 camera people, a couple of announcers, maybe 3.
Yeah,
depending
we can
on
do
how much
3
room we have. Couldn't do 3 in this gym. I don't care if we have.
You could.
Well, all right.
It'd be an awkward seating situation.
Yeah, somebody'd have to be like in the truck with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could even do a 4th person if you ever believed in a sideline reporter.
Yeah, no. I have a thing against sideline reporters, and it's my personal thing. So if somebody really, really wants to do it, Nick can convince me.
And brings the wireless IFB and the wireless microphone and sets it up.
I got the equipment, but they can set it up.
1 minute remaining in this women's varsity basketball matchup. Loveland inside the arc. A good Loveland on the Northwest. I don't know if it's just something they're not used to yet, something they don't feel capable with, but Northwest, I haven't seen the full hustle that you want of your team in a rebound situation.
Yeah, I mean, I said that in the first half. They just don't seem to jump up for the ball. They're reacting to the ball rather than running to it. It's just I don't think it's conditioning because these girls have been hustling up and down the court. I don't know if they think that maybe somebody else is going to get it or the ball's too far, so why should I try? But I don't know what it is. It's not for the lack of running up and down the field or conditioning. I think they do well at that.
It's not like they haven't been trying for shots either.
Right.
They could easily have been in this game. This could be a 48-48 game. They had enough shots that they
had a lot of shots. I wouldn't go quite that far, but yeah, it would be a much closer game if they.
And of course, the closer the game, it changes the dynamic of the team. So you can't necessarily say, but they could have almost 40 points at least.
I would think so, because I mean, they've done that before in other games this season. It's not like they can't score. It's just sometimes they have a hard time finding the basket.
And a foul with 6 seconds remaining in the contest. So with this loss, Northwest will fall to 3-7. Loveland will improve to 7-3 on the season. Almost halfway through the season. That first shot is good for Northwest.
It's halfway through the season for them, but it's the very first basketball game of the season for us. We got plenty coming up. Okay, we also have some wrestling, some hockey coming up.
Swimming.
And swimming. Lots of swimming coming.
Yes, I know. Swimming is a winter sport. So that's it for our contest here. Loveland Tigers defeating Northwest Lady Knights 48-24. Top scorer for Loveland, Alicia Stahl with 10 on the night. For Northwest, it was 6 points for Linnea Gresham. Northwest, 44 field goal tries, 18% of those made. 57% from the free throw line. Loveland, 35%. Don't forget, if you'd like to get involved in the activities of Waycross, give us a call at 825-2429 as you see the names of our crew scroll through. Once again, your final score, Loveland Tigers 48, Northwest Knights 24. For Tony Suarez and all the crew, I'm Jonathan Palmer. Good night, everyone.
available for $20 each. Send program title along with your address and check or money order to Waycross Community Media. Attention Dub Coordinator, 2086 Waycross Road, Forest Park, Ohio 45240. Or buy securely on the web at www.waycross.tv.